Today I'm trying something different, and this video is the result of generations of research. And by no means you should treat this as the investment advice, because in this video is, me being philosopher, talking to myself, but I'm honest. I'm trying to be honest with you, and I'm sharing what I'm thinking. And what I'm sharing, I truly believe in this. So in this video, I'm going to speak about 3 projects that I believe could be massively successful, like huge, like big, like not like the shitcoin pumped, but really big disruptors. And I will dive right into it, and all of that I will try to back by the arguments that I'm going to share with you, why I think this way, why I think it can be actually huge. You see, because now we're getting lost and everyone is shilling tons of projects, and yes, you can take this gamble, you can try to guess which one among hundreds of projects that popping out today will be successful. But instead of this, why not to think about the projects that could benefit regardless what will be successful, that actually will benefit and suck the juice from all of these projects, that will drink their milkshake. And this is how I come to the Akash. So let's have a look first at the price, because this is what you care, right? So we are not speculating on the price here. This is not what you will find. But if you look at the past year, so Akash token, you can see it launched around last year, pretty low. And it had good success. And at the beginning of this year, it actually hit $7. And some other channels were actually showing you these coins. And now it's far from this. In fact, it's 65% from the all-time highs. Actually, it hit $8, surprisingly. Well, not surprisingly. So what is Akash Network? Akash Network is cloud computing provider. And to help you with this, I also going to read you the cloud computing definition, so you can know actually what is this. Because for example, Amazon Web Services is also cloud computing provider, and this is, I think, Amazon, the largest part of the business that is growing exponentially all the time. So cloud computing is delivery of the services through the internet. This is tools and applications like data storage, servers, and databases. So the Amazon provide these services to the builders. But you see, Amazon is centralized company. Akash is the centralized company. And what they're trying to do something that Airbnb did to the hotels. That's how they at least claim in this video, that I'm going to link in the description so you can learn yourself as well. So how this would work, you see, these providers of the cloud computing sometimes do not provide everything they have. So they have like the waste, they have the servers, and they share some with Amazon Web Services, but some of them is left unused. So now the Akash using these unused cloud services and allow them to actually provide them at competitive cost. So not using one, but using all of them, like Airbnb around the world. You can have distributed cloud computing services from different areas, from different centers, and Akash will utilize these areas. So let's say you have many houses, some of them is rented, and you have one house unrented, and you decided to do Airbnb, right? That's how you utilize, because you're not rented. Why not do Airbnb? This is what's going to do Akash with cloud computing. Someone would say, who needs that, right? Amazon provides this. I think Google is also in this business, right? So, first of all, there is more talk about censoring, right? So the Amazon can choose who can, when it comes to social media, you can easily choose who you will be providing services. And some people would say not fair. So that's the first market. But then think of the metaverse. I'm not shilling metaverse coin right now, but we want metaverse that is decentralized, right? Facebook decided to, changing the Meta company, right? They want to be in the part of the metaverse, but people are like, hey, this is not the metaverse that we want. This is not the decentralized metaverse that we want here. So the metaverse, it seems people want it to be decentralized. So in this metaverse, hundreds of gaming, hundreds of projects, are we going to have the centralized provider, or do you think that the centralized provider, such as Akash, could be the winner here? And I saw the claim came from the Akash. They bullish about themselves. And could it be that the metaverse, the extensive decentralized world, will run on Akash network? I believe absolutely. It's possible. I personally don't own Akash. I look at this for the past year. I looked at this when it was 50 cents. I look at this when it was $8. I look at this now when it's below $3. I'm not investing because I'm just not liquid enough, but I'm looking at it and I'm not telling you to invest. I'm telling you, look at this. Maybe it will make sense for you. And knowing how huge business is cloud computing, really Akash can do a lot, because there is many projects that have far higher valuation than Akash, and they disrupt on one area, and much smaller business like the storage, that would be Siacoin. I think this ER, what's this business? Airwave. Does Airwave do also the store data permanently? Filecoin. Akash actually disrupt much larger business, but seems no one is interested at this moment. And the best thing about Akash, when you look at this, they actually already have very fast growing business. It's not profitable for sure at this moment, but I saw they already make tiny money, and that's really huge. And this growing so fast, it's growing in 100% year to year. So if it goes this way, if it will grow faster and faster, we can really see something big is brewing here. So this is something under the radar. I'm not telling you buy this now. In fact, if we will have crash soon, this price will get murdered, and it will be really good opportunity. I don't wish that to them, but that's what would happen, right? If we will have dump, because that was under the radar, and when it's dumps everything. So it's not that it would preserve the value, but that's something I look closely, and I'm surprised it's under the radar, especially now that everyone talks about the metaverse. But hey, the metaverse has to run on something. You prefer to gamble on some project instead of choosing the one that can benefit from all of that, right? I will link this video explaining what is Akash. I will link the interview to Yahoo Finance interview with Greg Osuri, which I think he does amazing job as the CEO. Go to the Akash page, read, see the team, see what they try to do, see how many deployments, try to find the revenues and everything about this. So that's the project number 1 out of the list. Project number 2 is the project that I'm actually invested in, and this project is called Handshake Protocol, and I was talking about Handshake before, and despite it underperforms the market, I don't care, but the Handshake could be massive disruptor. And if I'm wrong here, it means also many huge investors and individuals that are into the blockchain are also wrong, because many investors and individuals invested in this project. Let me have a sip of coffee. I don't want to get cold when I'm talking, so I'll be drinking and talking about this. So what is Handshake Protocol? It's also part of this Web 3, or DWeb, standing for Decentralized Web, which Akash meant to be part. But this is like front layer. You know what is DNS? Domain name services. So that's .com, .org, .io, right? But this is centralized, and so many of them is actually not fun. So Handshake Protocol uses proof of work to mine the names and auctions, and it has also names available to claim for massive companies as well, to incentivize to use them. Anyway, this is proof of work system that actually provides decentralized naming system, and not you don't have to own the subdomain, but you are able to own your own top level domain and build a community. So if we actually will be going to the direction of the Web3, this is project that will be successful, because there is no real competitor to this. We could say Unstoppable Domains, but hey, Unstoppable Domains is actually centralized. They don't give you ownership on the top level domain, right? ENS, you can't have top level domain on ENS. On a Handshake you can. And if you want subdomain, you can choose from variety of names: funny, unfunny, stupid, clever. And I participate in it. So first of all, I might be wrong. I might know shit about about the Handshake. I might be wrong, but so the price of this, it pumped recently, so I'm slightly happy. I would say it's not on the all-time high, but if I'm wrong, I want you to look at the investors of the Handshake. And once again, I'm not saying you should buy it, but the Handshake, despite being so under the radar, like it seems no one knows about this, no one talk, it attracted many large investors who actually believe in the disruption and those who invest into the blockchain. You can see individual investors here. That includes Roger Ver. I'm not sure about the guy, CEO of Bitcoin.com, but he also shielded Bitcoin Cash. That is not successful, but he tries his moves there, and that's huge. And when you look at organizations, Draper Associates, this guy who owns a lot of Bitcoin, old but clever, Kinetic Capital, Pantera Capital, Polychain, Sequoia. You see massive investors, and they raise, I think, $11 million and give it out to the community, to the developers. And I also saw this tweet. Let me see if I can find it. There is actually more people invested into this. So I'm not sure how true is this, but you have the full list here of investors and the capitals. I use, for example, Namebase. Namebase is not really the Handshake, but they are built like they're a separate company that make it easy to bid on names, and I make the instruction. You can check the other videos. And Namebase also attracted many investors. You have the investors, and you would think Antone Pompaliano is the Bitcoin maxi, but even him is convinced that they are onto something, so he invested in the Namebase. So this is why I'm so bullish on Handshake. Right now is 4x from this seed round that was done here, whatever we can call it. But this is something probably under the radar, long-term play. I don't know how popular it will become, but this is for me worth the gamble, and I'm taking this. And more names, because when you own top level domain, let's say you own the domain pump, right? I don't know, it might be taken. What you can do, you can rent it, the top level domain .pump, and open registrations for the subdomains like bitcoin.pump. I hate .pump. It could be this, right? And then you can also profit from this. And there is more and more websites. See, I typed porn. I didn't meant this. I meant to type pork bun. So many of them is also available on the pork bun. we have the TX is not taken, but they offer already some handshake domains like that TX. I wish I could search it. Let's see if I will type my name, Marcin Mikus, right? So despite you can't use them, there is already business being available created here. So not sure which one is the handshake at this moment. But I know somewhere there should be TX, which is actually let's say we have the handshake domain somewhere here. Marcin Mikus, that one. And you can see you can already register the name under this. And with the H, you can see that C is also Handshake Protocol 11 a year. So you see, this is growing. The interest is there. And now I will go to the last project because I have to go to the hairdresser. Actually, my appointment is 20 minutes. Sorry if this was a little chaotic. I'm trying to prepare, but I like to improvise. Also, I found on Reddit that apparently Coinbase invested in Namebase.io. I didn't find the confirmation, so I don't know, right? The third project I'm going to mention is the Laxo, and here is the attention. Hey, Laxo is at all-time high, okay? And I actually mentioned Laxo in the previous bubble when this was NFT, because this is the Laxo space, and metaverse and NFTs. This is the Laxo, right? So Laxo is at massive price right now, with the fully diluted valuation of over 3 billions. And I don't think this year is the year for Laxo. In fact, I think Laxo is something that you should watch in the bear market, because I think for the next bull run in the few years, Laxo will be more developed project, and they really trying to do something here. So Laxo, let's start with the founder, which is Fabian Vogelsteller. Fabian Vogelsteller was early part of the Ethereum Foundation. And what he did, let me go there. Let's read. From 2015 to 2018, he helped shape the Ethereum space, building the official Ethereum wallet, the first decentralized Web3 browser, and tools like Web3.js. The blockchain space most used JavaScript library. In November 2015, he proposed ERC20, the token startup that initiated the ICO wave and the DeFi movement. This guy, he knows. He knows, right? So you can maybe bet on him. I don't know. So I recommend you go to his Twitter. He's author, as I said, of ERC20 and ERC725. So what they built at Luxo, I think it's worth checking it. So I don't have the proof, but how I understand Laxo, you see, we talk about multiverse and we talk about these digital identities, and what I believe that Laxo might be on the front of the digital identities. Remember, it's at all-time highs now. Okay, I'm not owning this. Only one project I own here is Handshake. So looking at the advisors, they have advisors from Nike, Chanel, maybe some other luxury brands. But what I believe they aiming in these digital luxury identities. And I was listening to Roll Pal, and in some video, if I did not hear it wrong, he actually is watching Laxo. Prove me wrong, but I can't prove it right now because I might overhear, but I'm nearly certain I heard it. Nearly certain. I don't want to manipulate. I'm not going to use the argument. But also, the other insight I got from him is that he was seeing the digital identities done by Dolce & Gabbana. And I believe Laxo previously worked with Dolce & Gabbana. So that could be other link, but he didn't mention the name Laxo. So the idea is that we will have these digital elements in the metaverse in the future that will be maybe made by this brand, and they will be using the Laxo infrastructure. That's my bet. This is why I think Laxo is also interesting bet for the metaverse. And this is the tree, one of the most interesting projects that I'm into Handshake already. And I owe a lot of domains on the Handshake. It's in thousands. I'm actually registered that ATH domain that I will be renting soon. And Akash and Laxo, I'm watching. Probably a little bit more Akash. For Laxo, I will see for the bear market. And I hope I will have capital ready to deploy it. So I hope you found this video useful. I was like really focused, to speak to you. And you will help. I should say that very early. That hit, smash, rape. That rape is not a good word. That like button, because I need that. I saw in the other videos they do it, and I never said it. So do this to the like button. Okay, I'm going to the hairdresser. I will shorten my hair on the balding head. Until the next time.